Okay, we'll start, look like 4 or 5 minutes, okay? Just want to make sure everything's working before I get going. Oh, Jason's there. We got some folks. Yay! We're getting some folks over here too. I guess. Should I announce these ahead of time? Is that best to do? Yo, hey, can you dance? I don't do music much anymore. They go, it's such a pain. They bump me off and do all kinds of lousy things to me. Do you know of grants in South Carolina? Yes, I'm going to cover all that today. Do you know of going to Peach the Free Money Gospel today? You bet. I guess that's preach, not peach. Who's this clown? That's me. I've been called worse. Show me your credit card. Oh, that's nice. Let's talk about free money in a part of the HBB home-based business. What can I do? I'm in South Florida. I'm going to cover, actually, my sample here is Florida. So stay tuned. I'm going to cover a lot of Florida stuff. And there's so many ways now to make a home-based business profitable. It is incredible what's going on now. But it's not just obvious ways, and it's not traditional ways. And that's why you start learning stuff that is on the internet or experts that have been around for a long time. That's what I had to do the last 3, 4, 5 years, re-educate myself on it. I'm in New Jersey. I need investors for buying home. Yes, I'll talk about that too. How to get investors for buying home, because now it's easier to find fat cats than ever before. We're going to do all that today in just a few minutes. I called your company about a grant. The lady told me that I pay and then they don't look the grant up for me. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, if you go to letsgo.com or Let's Go Tutor, or maybe the easiest way I think now is letsgo.com talk. TALK, all in small letters. I seem to be able to help people a lot easier, better, faster, cheaper that way, because no matter where you are, I can identify the best things available for you for what your problem is, the best free money sources, where to go, and then I send you the links to them. What could be better than that? I think, but I'm biased, so you have to make that judgment yourself. I'm selling you something, so you can't trust me. That's for sure. And that's the important thing of all this, and that's what the important thing of using stuff on the internet. It's terrific, the internet, and we couldn't really survive without it. But you got to really watch your butt on that thing, because there's too many people who spend their life trying to think of ways to get your money. And you can't compete against that, because you don't spend your life trying to figure out how not to get screwed. Help for Seniors, Chicagoland area, please. You'll be able to use these sources too, and just transfer them to Chicago, like I tell you about. It's a necessary thing to have a grant. It's a necessary thing to have a grant writer. Absolutely not. You do not need a grant writer. Actually, you do for a few, but that's less than 10%, probably less than 5%. So don't worry about that. If you're worrying about grant writer before you find a program, to me, that's like buying a prom dress before you get invited to the prom. Don't ever worry about getting a grant writer until you find the actual program you think that you should apply for. Do you do many reports in Arkansas? Yes, I do. Jonathan Cleveland from Jackson, Tennessee, checking in. Oh, hi, Jonathan. Do you have anything for Georgia? Absolutely. Every city, county, or whatever. I am doing them all over the country. And that's what I want to talk about more. And I'm going to give you a list today. Well, let's start in about 2 minutes, okay? So I don't want to really, these guys want it written just light right. Not sure what it is. That means it's hard to communicate. We all speak English, man. No wonder we don't have more wars. Love the tie. Isn't that great? Great little blue, the green thing that matches. You want to see the rest of the outfit? Yeah. What do I have? Oh, I have green green jeans on with a white question mark. How do you like that? But this white jacket on top comes with a matching pantsuit too. But working. I mean, I dress like this every day of my life. I miss it when I don't. I have cars I drive around in with question marks on. I don't know if you see that. Oh, that's an upside down. I see question mark. Now, I just got that a couple of years ago. Oh, there you are, Christine. Nice to see you. Oh, not see you. Nice to be felt. You're seeing me. That's right. I'm such a ham. I said, oh, you are. Oh, that's. How do you pronounce your name? I'll never be able to hear it. Midori. Oh, that's sweet of you. I mean, you guys on the internet, it really. I mean, people are very important in our lives, isn't it? Christine, you're always fun to see. Oh, thank you. Oh, Minori. Oh, good. And God, that makes life important, and that's why, to me, I'm going to be doing this till I die. I think there's nothing more to feel satisfied in life that if I could help somebody. Joe Throp, I've been a trademark for 20, I've been your trademark. Oh, I couldn't read that. Oh, that's sort of interesting. I'm not sure what you said. Let me see if I could find that. There's been your trademark for 20 years. Yeah, I remember watching you when I was younger. Yes. Yeah, no, I've been doing this for 40 years, but question mark, so it's probably 15, 20 years. I forget. It's probably the neatest thing I've ever done in my life. I always think, oh, this will lead to something else, but not yet. I can't think of anything better yet. Give me a shout out. Who are you? Keegan Williams. Hi, Keegan. And that's nice to hear. So let's see, we got 303. Okay, well, let's get to work. Okay, now what I'm trying to do, I mean, since I used to sell reference books, okay? Nobody buys reference books anymore, so I can't sell reference books. So what I'm trying to do is figure out, but I know the information I have is very important to people. You could use it. Yeah, people need it. People, our incomes are not growing the way it used to be. So people have to know how to get extra sources of money more now than ever before. And that's important. So I know how to do this stuff. I know more about this stuff than anybody else. So what I have to learn is how to get it to you guys in a way that also keeps me alive. I mean, I'd love to give it all for free, but I can't, because then I'd have to be a burden to society and somebody has to take care of me. So that's why I like capitalism. I want to figure out how to do something where it's, people will pay money because it's worth it to them. So I don't want to give anything that's not worth it to somebody. But I want to do it for as cheap as possible. In my business, and I've been doing this for 40 years, the name of the game is you charge as much as you can. I want to figure out how to charge as little as I can. So I got more people, yes, Hampton Roads will cover. So I get more people than ever to use this information. There's no secret to this. And if you have one idiot like me doing all the research, and then you guys could just click in and take advantage of it, and if I could get bigger numbers, then I don't have to charge as much, and then more people could use it. I love doing the research. I love investigating and finding out these programs. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Ooh, look what I found! And I've been doing it so long. I love doing it. And somebody said to put it on. I put it online. I couldn't sell that service either. So now I'm doing custom reports, okay? So one of the ones I see that's the most popular now is housing. So I'm doing a custom report. I'm personally doing these because I love doing it. So I go out and dig for wherever you live and find 100, actually probably 150 every government subsidized programs. These are grants, loans you don't have to pay back, things you never would have thought of. Okay, and now and they take me a long time to do because every city, county, or whatever is different. There's new things coming along, and I also include the shared economy programs, because these are programs you could use also to buy houses, fix up houses, and make an extra income out of your house. So that's what I do, and I put these two things together, and that even means more sources of money. Okay, now I sell these for about $49.95. That's what I started. But I'm getting so good at it. I've done over 100, maybe over less when we were drinking together. Because, hey, I did 100, and I had a sale. Well, okay, now I'm having another sale. And instead of $49.95, $50, it'll be $39.95. So if you look at Let's Go Tutor, and you see the two reports on real estate, and they're both the same. So it doesn't matter which one. And one is sort of like house flipping, and the other one was more on real estate, but it's the same. So I do that. But what I do is what I'm going to teach you to do now if you want to do it yourself, okay? So I'll show you so you could see step by step what I do, where this stuff is. It's not magic, it's just digging, and because I've been doing this for so long, I don't fall into pitfalls. I know exactly where these things are, no matter what state you are, and the 10 different names that may be called. See, that's the other thing. They're not called the same thing in every state. So that I built up an expertise as. But what I'm going to do today is go through as many programs I can for a report I've just completed from West Palm Beach. So this is Palm Beach County, Florida. Okay, everybody put up their hand who's from Florida. Because they're the one. And what I'm going to do you need to know how to write a grant? No, I think I answered that. And anyway, do you need to know how to write a grant? No, you don't have to know how to write a grant. All these programs for housing, it's just 2 or 3 pages of fill in the blanks. That's why, see, it's the experts that are scaring the hell out of you. Oh, you got to give me a lot more money because you got to do this because, you got to be, and you don't know your shit from Chanel on housing, so they must be right. They sound right. and that's silly. And so that's why I wanted, the more people get educated, the more we can get rid of these high-priced people that are taking money, I feel, that they don't have to. So that's why I'm trying to do to get this cheap as possible. So that's why if you give me, this sounds stupid and very self-serving, but the more programs I get on housing, the cheaper I could get the price down for other people. So that's what it is. And I'm going to give you every link that I talk about, I'm going to put on the internet. I'm going to put it, on Facebook. I'm going to put it in on my front page there right after we finish this, within an hour or two. I hope to have all the links there. So in a separate listing, you can click on these links. And then also in YouTube, in the description of the video there, I'm going to have that. I don't think, I'm on Periscope too, and I'm not sure how to do that yet. So the people on Periscope maybe should go to the YouTube and see the link there, because it's all nicely together, on YouTube. Okay, so now here, let's go. West Palm Beach, so that's Palm Beach County, or Palm County, right? And there's, again, a couple hundred programs. The report itself is 150 pages. 150 pages. That's the report you get. I remember a company that wanted to charge me, $649 to look up a grant information in my state. See, that's what, when people who want to live large, they feel that's what they have to do. But I don't want to live that way. I just want enough to feed myself and to keep going and grow, because if I go out of business, I can't help anybody. So that's the thing. So I need enough income to stay in business to keep doing this, because this is what I want to do more than anything else. Let'sGoTutor.com is where we are. Okay, now, let's go Palm Beach. Okay, now in local programs. Okay, now here is something, was an incredible thing I found. Palm Beach County Government. Palm Beach County Government, here is their website, pbcgov.org. Okay, that's a clue, .org. You don't want to go anywhere if you're looking for help. If I'm not doing it for you, you don't want to go anywhere that's a .com. You want to go a .gov or a .org. They're the ones you want, okay? Do you use these programs? Yes, I can't. I found 30,000 programs. I can't use them all myself. But absolutely, it's. I use information more. It's not money I need now in my life. It is expertise and information and things like that. So if I have a legal problem, I'm not going to hire a lawyer. I know a government office that wrote that law, and they'll tell me for free, and they'll even sue the sucker for free. So that saves me $2,000 on a lawyer. See? Okay, so here's this, the website. It's discover.pbcgov.org. And if you go in there, listen, you're going to see 12 programs. They list 12 programs right there. So this is the best place to start. See, if you learn how to use these government agencies a bit, you'll see, hey, they may have something somewhere that organizes all that crap, because otherwise you have to go office by office, and I'll show you that. So this has 12 programs. This you download the thing, and it'll describe 12 programs to buy homes, repair homes, invest in any home, and even pay delinquent mortgages. So this is a catalog of programs, and it's made in 2017. So it just came out. So this is, okay, so it tells you about the State Housing Initiative Partnership First Program, First Mortgage Program, the Purchase Assistance with or without Rehabilitation. So this is a program that gives you money with rehabilitation, without it. Foreclosure Prevention Program, that's one there. Here's another one. Housing Rehabilitation Barrier Free. So that's a program they want you to, if you need something for a ramp or you need a special toilet kind of thing, this is the money for that. Developer Assistance Rental Housing. You want to buy housing, as a developer. Okay, the assistance, assistance up to $40,000 for developers and owners of affordable rental housing. So that's why you want to, have housing for, somebody said, what's the link again? I'm going to put all these links I talk about in YouTube and Facebook. So they'll be on my, what they call it, the Facebook wall or something like that, right after this or shortly after. And also in the notes section on YouTube, because this is on YouTube. Emergency repairs, a utility connection, disaster mitigation, impact fee assistance program. Somebody said, I have no idea what the hell they are, But it's housing and the other program. They make sense to somebody. You don't have to know. If you think it may be for you, then you beat on those people. You contact them directly. If there's any remote chance that any of those programs being possible, don't guess what it is. You can't guess. I can't guess. You got to get it from the horse's mouth. And if you ask somebody who you think they know, and if they're not dealing with the program, they're guessing too. So, and that's why they're free to contact, and you just go into, okay, here's another one too. In West Palm Beach, the city of West Palm Beach, $20,000 down payment plus zero closing costs. So they're giving you $20,000 to buy a house. So that's somebody, hey, Dad, could I go buy a house? I need $20,000. Oh, okay. Wow. I mean, isn't that incredible? I mean, it is incredible to me. I'm just shocked at stuff like that. That's why it's so neat, I feel, to find these kinds of things, because I don't believe this stuff is there. And that's why I want to send you the links. If you start believing this stuff is there, you'll work hard at, if you don't want me to get it for you, work hard at getting it yourself. And that's fine, as long as you get it to improve your life. And that's what, okay, here's another one at pbcgov.org, Palm Beach County, gov.org. Okay, $10,000 grant to make your home look prettier. That's all. I mean, you drive home and you come up to your house and, oh man, doesn't that look shitty? Wouldn't it be nice with bushes over here and some nice coat of paint and maybe a new front door? 10 grand to do that. Wow. How would you know to ask about that? That's a make your $60,000 for down payment and closing costs. Wow, $60,000. I'm going to send you these links because, it's easy to just say, everybody says these things, about you know, everybody has one, story, and they make like everybody's this because of one person, or they make up something and stretch the story or whatever it is. I've done that before. It's a natural instinct. Teach me your fat cat ways. Well, this is what the fat cats do. See, this is what I used to be hired by fat cats to get this stuff, and I was like, God, these people don't even need it, but they're going to use it, man. It's just like every tax break is out there. And that's what really pisses me off about Trump now. I had some hope that maybe he would change the system or whatever. But everything he seems to be doing is helping rich people more. I mean, the health care bill is going to be less tax cuts for the rich and less health care for the poor or the people who need health care. And that doesn't sound like what he was elected for. Or now he wants to, the tax bill is going to be the same way. He took the Department of Education now, and he's getting rid of, he's going to charge more for student loans and not let you, he's changing the rules on student loans, so you're getting screwed on student loans, and now, and it seems like all the rich kid stuff. And he forgot, where are these jobs? I mean, why is he giving more student loans so people get educated and get better jobs instead of doing less? Okay, $6,000 down payment. Okay, $50,000 at 0% interest to fix up your home. And listen to this. It's deferred. It's deferred. What does deferred mean? It's like denial. This is deferred. Yeah, and that means you're going to pay it some time in the future. And actually, when they usually do in a deferred things like that, they give you the money, 0% interest, so it's not accumulating. So they give you, say $30,000, fix up your home, and then you pay the $30,000 back with no interest in 20 years when you sell the house. Wow. So that $30,000 now becomes like $10,000 in 20 years or whatever it is, plus no interest. Wow. I mean, and then the value of the house has increased so much, and you made it increase even more because you fixed it up with that money. So that's amazing. We will have to do more. You're right. I mean, this is supposedly what he was teaching in for $30,000 at Trump University. Somebody sent me a note and saying, something about Trump University. Yeah, and then he has to pay back all the people who he collected tuition from. That's interesting. Let's see. So now this is all from Palm Beach County. $3,000 to. This is okay. $3,000 to help renters first month, last month, security deposit, and utility bills. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now, even if you don't want to buy a house, fix up a house, or have a house, man, you need month's rent. You need, hey, I need to rent someplace soon. Well, this is a program at West Palm Beach there, the city of West Palm Beach, not the county. This is the city. What they do, they pay your first month, when you start a new apartment or a rent thing, they'll pay your first month, your last month, security deposits, and your utility bill. See? It's fishing around for that stuff. I mean, you think it's hidden, but it's just a pain in the ass to find. And you have to learn the system about what it is. And Google will just make it worse for you because everything you put in, well, I need rent money or something like that, you're just going to get 100,000 people who tell you they want to sell you money. What to do and how to do it is awesome. God, where was this stuff 3 years ago when I wanted to buy a house, right? Okay, here's a program they have, housing assistance for people with AIDS, okay? That's a special program at the city government. $30,000 with 0% interest for down payment and no payment for 30 years. So they'll give you $30,000 for 30 years, no interest. And again, like I said, and this is actually the county government. And you pay it in 30 years, pay it back 30 years. Man, so that's worth hardly, at least half, probably less. And also your house is probably increase in value $100,000. So that's a hell of a deal. So that's it. Nobody could afford this. See, now why would anybody advertise this on Google? So the people who sell you money, who are they? Okay, they're loan sharks, right? They're banks. It's hard to tell the difference sometimes. All these people are selling you money. This is giving it away, so they're not making money. See, these loan sharks and banks, they're making money off the money they send you, right? They make a ton of money so they could advertise on the internet. See, that's why this stuff doesn't show up. Nobody has the motive, to advertise you. Where are the links going to be? The links on this, I'm going to have in the description on YouTube and also on Facebook. I'm going to have them on on my wall, you call it? Is that what it is? So just where you're watching the video on Facebook, on a newer item on the wall, I will have this, all the links that we talked about. God, we've been at this 20 minutes already. I'm such a babbler, aren't I, guys? Okay, now here's another interesting thing, like I call a mortgage credit certificate. This is an extra $2,000. You get a certificate from the state to get this back from the government. They will give you an extra $2,000 just because you bought a house. Now, that's all right. They're not going to come and beat on you about that. I hear we can get a grant to pay off our mortgage. Yeah, where do you find? That's mostly at the state governments. I'm talking about that here. Okay, discount rental units for low and medium income. See, they're low and medium income people. The programs are the people that most of this money is legislative for. See, and no matter what the hell Trump does, this is not going to change. Believe me. I've seen. I've been doing this 30 years, 40 years, and no matter who comes to town, I mean, you'll see big headlines about this being cut, that being cut. And that's just around the edges. 99, 44, 100% stuff will not change at all. And it will even keep growing more than ever. I have not seen a budget get smaller from one year to the next since the last 40 years I've been doing this. So it's not going to shrink. It'll just get different. Okay, grants to make your neighborhood look pretty. Okay, so you go looking for a house, and you say, "Oh, Jesus, all that trash, that empty lot next door looks crappy or whatever." Okay, now this is a county program, where they give you money for the whole neighborhood, maybe to put a park in there or something instead of that shitty looking field that's there, and that's the kind of help that you could get. 10,000 grants to improve your commercial property. So maybe you live over the store. So that's important. Or you have an office or whatever. Here's $100,000, $1,000 to $25,000 at 0% interest for hurricane relief. This is down in Florida. So you may have been hurt by a hurricane down. $10,000 at 0% interest. Subsidy payments if you can't afford the rent. That's right, government will pay you up to 70% of your rental. And here also they help you get, if you have property you want to rent, they'll rent it for you and pay the rent of your tenant. Wow. See, that will help you in the business more than any. Well, I hate to babble on too much. Let me get some other things. How to be a landlord. I mean, they teach you all that. There's even courses you could do for free to do all that. Money to buy all this stuff because there's a lot of housing money. And in these reports, there's something called low-income tax credits. Like if you want to buy, start, maybe an apartment building, with government money, there's a way, it's a finagling way to do it with the tax code and the tax credit. They give you a tax credit. Now, that's coming out of nobody's pocket right away, but all of a sudden you have maybe $1 million in tax credit, okay? And what happens is you're now able to take, because with that money, you're going to build apartments or some houses or something for low to medium income people. You take that money, and then there's other people who will buy that tax credit from you. So I don't know how much you get, 80, 90% of what it is, and what they do is they give you cash. So all of a sudden now, instead of $1 million, you have $900,000 to build your complex or whatever heck you're building. See, and that's all. And I have videos here. It's, I mean, and there's stuff that's readily available. If you want to go learn about it, go to your state capital and your housing authority and start, searching just for state government offices that low income tax credit. That's what you want to be. All the free legal help is out there for free. I'll show you also how to get cell phone service for next to nothing, or internet service at huge discounts. Banks that have grants. See, so many things that have, like, if you need money for a house, well, they're now, and if you've seen me talk about this before, there's called individual development accounts, where you put $1 in and they match it with $3, $4, up to $8 sometimes. So you get an extra, $10,000, because you put in $1,000 or whatever it is. Wow. I mean, that's neat. That's better than Las Vegas, at least in my mind. So all this stuff, I mean, I go into what's available on the internet. There's websites now to even find down payment money or fix up a bathroom and things like that, or more so for investors. Investors now are very well organized. You could find them easily on the internet. There's a lot of websites to do. They're now fish in a barrel, because all these fat cats with money don't know what the hell to do with it. And so they're listening. So what I do is collect all this information in one spot. There's no magic to what I do. It's just the researching, collecting it, because if you go and try to do it, you'll see most of the stuff at 99, 44, 100% is somebody trying to sell you something. I'm able to cut through all that and give it to you. Or where to find private grants. I show you how to go to your library and do that. There's a free database there. That's all that's in that database is private grants. And you could use that with no problem at all. And because the librarians will probably teach you how to do it. See, all this is free. And they're free out there. But if you don't know, then it's easy to think you have to spend money when you really don't. So I'm going to do now and get, I of course didn't do 100. I'll try to do most of the other ones too. I can. I'll send you a bunch, and I'll put them up there soon, so you have them if you want to take care of. I don't know what I'm doing wrong then. I've looked for stuff in South Carolina until I'm blue in the face. Well, in South Carolina, you want to go whatever your city is in. You go to your city government, you go to your county government, you go to nonprofit organizations, you go to your state government, and they're the starting places. And see what happens. It's a game of, you have to eliminate anything. Don't even look at anything with .com, because that's going to just titillate you to knock you off course for a while and waste your damn time for everything. Anybody who has a .com is going to sell you something. You don't want to buy anything, so don't even get involved. Yeah, they're hookers. They're just selling you love. And you want real love. And nobody could do that except the government or nonprofit organizations. So let me go and get this. Oh, another place to do you in South Carolina is your HUD counselor. You could Google right now, HUD counselor, and you'll see a map they have on the HUD.gov website of all the free counseling services that are there. Make an appointment with them, they're free, and they help you with that. Also, your local community action agency. That's another agency that helps you with housing or paying bills in housing. They're very good. That's what they're set up there. They've been around for 30, 40 years, actually since the 60s, I think. And they do a lot. Can you help me find a down payment assistant in Indiana? I tried the state website and 3 points away from minimum credit score. Well, then you have to look other ways. Yes, I mean, if you go to Let's Go Tutor, I have a sale now on doing customized research for any place you live. It's $39 instead of the $50, and I'll probably leave it up there for a week. It takes me 2 weeks and maybe even longer if I get too many to do. But if you go to Let's Go Tutor and look at any of there's two housing reports, and it's really the same report. I just have different titles to appeal to different kind of people that may need help. And so look at Let's Go Tutor and the housing reports there. And for about a week, I think I'll keep it up so I get more projects so I could get this price down and keep it down. All right. Thanks so much for your time. Oh, I enjoy doing it, Christine. You know that. Thank you. Who is the bank you talk about that match dollars? You have to get a list. It's called Opportunity. I did another report on that. prosperitynow.org. You could find the list there, prosperitynow.org. And they're for individual development accounts. That's for individuals to develop, okay? And I'm going to give you a whole bunch of lists, so come back to Facebook or YouTube and you get a list, okay? Thanks. I'll see you soon again. I always have so much stuff I want to share, so thanks for being there. And it's a great pleasure to be able to do this. I mean, this is what I want to do.